Mazda has built its first monster truck. Well, it's a monster compared to the Miata. Then again, everything is. The CX-50 is Mazda's new Alabama-made compact SUV, which was designed specifically with its American customers in mind. Prices start around $31.5 grand, which gets you a 187 horsepower four-cylinder engine and standard all-wheel drive. But a turbocharged four-cylinder is also available that's rated at 227 horsepower when it's running on regular gasoline and 256 if you spring for the 93 octane. All of the CX-50s were engineered with some light off-roading in mind, kind of like a Subaru Forester, but this Meridian Edition gets some very hardcore upgrades. That includes black 18-inch wheels with Falcon Wild Peak all-terrain tires, this silver trim on the rocker panels, and the nifty decals on the hood. It's basically Mazda's version of a Jeep Wrangler Rubicon. And you try saying that with a straight face. The Meridian's priced around $42,000, and all joking aside, has 8.5 inches of ground clearance, so it can handle a decently bumpy dirt road. This vehicle is also equipped with a $1,235 Apex option package, which adds this roof platform that can support a 2 or 3 person tent, and not 1, but 4 splash guards. Mazda will even sell you a Yakima 2-person tent that will fit this perfectly for $1,899, and it comes with a ladder, which is something I wish I had right now, because even though this is lower than a lot of compact SUVs, including the Mazda CX-5, it's still a pretty big jump. The Meridian Edition is only offered in gray or this sand color, and both come with this terracotta leather interior, which has a nice sturdy grain. While the doors and dash are trimmed in a smoother, more supple leather, it's very much in keeping with Mazda's new upscale image. Tastes like luxury. The gauge cluster is simple and straightforward with 3 dials, although the center one is digital. And the infotainment system screen is up high where you could see it, but kind of hard to reach. And in fact, while it is a touch screen, when you're driving, the touch function is disabled for safety. So instead, you have to use this knob down here, which isn't always the best, as you know, if you've ever used a car that's got the knob down here. It does have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto smartphone integration, so you can use voice commands to control the apps on those. The Meridian Edition comes with a full suite of electronic driver aids, including automatic emergency brakes, blind spot monitors, adaptive cruise control, and a lane departure prevention system. Although I was trying to figure out how to turn it on and off, and I couldn't, because of course it's on the screen, which can be a little tricky and annoying when you're driving. The stylish sloping roof cuts into the cargo area a little bit, but at 31.4 cubic feet, it's not exactly small and has a long load floor. Under it, you'll find something that not every vehicle has these days, which is probably why they labeled it. As far as rear seat comfort is concerned, it's a little snug back here, but the front seats have these nice indents built into the back of them that you can slip your knees into. So on my 6'1" scooch test, where I see how I fit behind myself with the driver's seat set for me, it does pretty well, although there might be a little scooching on a longer trip. But part of the reason this doesn't have a huge cabin is because it has an unusually long hood for a compact SUV to give it a sportier stance. And being sporty is definitely the point of the CX-50. I know we're in the woods today, but let me tell you right off the bat, this thing is fantastic on paved roads. It handles and has better feel than anything else in the mainstream compact SUV class. And that very much carries over to unpaved roads. This isn't meant to be a rock crawler, but on a dirt or gravel or sand road like this, it feels like a rally car. The all-wheel drive system will send power to the rear to get the tail to come out a little bit. And this soaks up bumps as well as any Subaru, the Bronco Sport, and even some serious SUVs I've been here with. The CX-50 only comes with a 6-speed automatic transmission, which only gets you 25 miles per gallon combined, but is a lot more engaging than the continuously variable transmissions you get in Subarus these days. And you can shift those gears manually either with the stick or these paddles behind the wheel. Its capability may be mostly geared towards going camping and kayaking and doing other things with the stuff you've strapped to that roof rack, but even though it doesn't have incredible approach and departure angles, It's not afraid of a little hill, and the traction management system is good enough to get you up and over one, as long as you don't get too crazy. This can also tow up to 3,500 pounds, which is enough for a small camper or even its spirit animal, the Miata, on a trailer in case you want to take one to a track day. And they have something else in common as well, because while this isn't a convertible, it does have this enormous sunroof. Although with that platform up there, it's more of a shade roof.